Look alive, people. We have some breaking news today. Today's breaking news is, once again, Final Fantasy XIV is dying. Now, I bet you've never heard about this before. But no, jokes aside, once again, this whole topic of Final Fantasy XIV is dying. Is circulating around once again. Obviously, if you are remotely at all active on Twitter and look into stuff 14, you've probably seen some tweets of here and there that talk about it. Now, to get straight to the point, do I think 14 is dying? No, I don't think at all. I don't think it's at that point yet. However, there are valid points of criticisms to give. It's now about to be 6 months since the release of Dawn Trail, the expansion. And still, after 6 months, there is basically no piece of, casual mid-core content in the game yet. It still hasn't changed from previous expansion Endwalker that the notion of the only thing really worth doing in the game is raiding. And that still, I think, is still true right now, as of recording of this video, as we are in 7.1. Obviously, that is set to change in 7.2, but that is still like another 2, maybe 3 months away from now. That's still a long ways to go, and by then, it will be almost 8 to 9 months since the release of the expansion by the time that piece of content comes out. Obviously, I'm talking about the Exploration Zone, which is the grand piece of mid-core content that was missing from previous expansion. Now, obviously, there are other pieces of content that are coming that will fill the role of this mid-core casual content that everyone can do and, spend their time doing, rather than just raiding all the time, because that's kind of miserable after a while. It still doesn't change the fact that have to wait this long for a piece of mid-core content. Like, think about it. It's almost a year after the initial expansion. A lot of people have probably already dropped the game by now, or have already gone back to coming in and out, and then they play for like a week, they sub again for like a week or two maybe, and then they peace out until the next patch, because there's really not that much to do in the game. There really isn't, besides raiding or ultimate. And this really starts to, show the glaring issues that the game has with its release cycle. One obviously is it's 4 months, so it's pretty wide, but the way they plan some of these content to come out, where it tackles the mid-core player base of the game, where everyone can, have fun and be doing stuff, has to take this long to finally come out. And this isn't the sole issue. There are other issues as well. How long they take to improve things, quality of life stuff. It doesn't really help that, the recent beta for the Final Fantasy XIV mobile version was out and about, and basically every single piece of like UI systems was miles above what is on the 14 client version, PC version, whatever you want to call it, retail version. It's miles better in the mobile version. That was just the beta. That's not exactly the official full release. There are even features that the client version, the retail version, doesn't have, like messaging with you can send voice chats to people, you can send a voice message to other people. Various systems are just better. Objectively, they're better, they work better, like the friends list, like so many other things that that was a little while ago, so I can't exactly remember everything, but even down to how the gameplay just works, just functions better. Apparently it has better snapshots and things of that nature. So when you have what everyone thought, because I don't think I'm alone in this, everyone thought that the mobile version was going to be the inferior version of the game, but it's shaping up like that's not actually true. It's shaping up like the mobile version may very well be the better version of Final Fantasy XIV. So it really puts the current state of the game, the retail version, in a pretty bad light, I think. And I think people, a lot of them are realizing how, for lack of a better word, outdated and shitty a lot of the current game is, and they want to see change. Now, this is an interesting thing to think about, because realistically, can they actually fix the game? Can they fix all of the UI? Can they make it better? Can they just swap in what is in the mobile version and then put it right into the retail version on PC? And you know, being realistic, I don't think that's probably possible. I'm sure that they'll come out with not necessarily an excuse, but a reason that, oh, well, this and that, and the code of the game, it always comes back to the code, which there's some truth to that, for sure. But, you know, speaking myself personally, I wouldn't mind if the game went down for maintenance for like a month or however long, just to simply put a lot of what was in the mobile version into the retail version. I wouldn't mind that, and I think a lot of people, I think a lot of people would be fine with that if the game went down for a month, and hey, here's an objectively better version of the game that just works better on all fronts. I think that would be great, but would that happen? No, probably not. So yeah, I don't think that Final Fantasy XIV is dying right now, but definitely there are things that need to change. And the sooner that changes happen, the better it will be for everyone. Just gonna keep it short for this one. Nothing really a lot to go about. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. What changes do you want to see? If you think it even needs changes, go ahead and, you know, write down in the comments below. I'm interested to hear what people think about this. So yeah, that's all for me. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.